It's looking like they're ready to go. I'll give everybody 10, 9. We're at 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Flip it. 3 minutes exactly. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are pressing play 3 minutes into the episode titled Grudge and Dread. And if you're on YouTube, I watched the opening minute and a half sequence. I didn't think it was going to be that long, so I apologize. But that cheetah was dotting their faces up. But we'll see. So we're 3 minutes in, pressing play on the episode right now. Here we go. You figure they have more combat experience than him, though, so maybe they will be able to keep up. Is his smoke more than just smoke, though? That's what I've been wanting to see. The animation is super crispy. He's going to attack from the smoke. That's what I would think. They're going to use it to attack to hide their attacks, but... Oh, fuck. What the hell was that shit? You know that shit hurt. He's just a speed demon. He doesn't have the body for this. Yeah. Oh, he hit him with it. Fuck. I totally forgot. So did Moral create those smoke clones? Jesus Christ, he fucking got it. He disappeared. Tripped his ass. I'll try to see if next stream I can adjust the settings. They don't even need to fuck with him now. They can just leave him, right? And let him bottom out? They can just leave his ass there. Come back when he bottoms out and... So Moral can even create straight up people. Like straight up clones. That's pretty dope. But can the smoke clones do anything, or are they just that, just smoke? Oh, it does lose effect if they go too far away. Oh wow, so it won't go away even if they go too far away. Wow. Like, could his smoke clones attack like a full strength Knuckle could? Can they attack at all, or are they just that? They're just smoke. He's been using Nen to outrun it. I bet you that thing's gonna start blowing up. So if it gets too far away, it'll stop collecting interest, but it will never go away. Hmm. So he's just got to make sure he's in range. What the fuck is happening? Oh, did this previously happen, or did we just go forward a little bit in time to like the nighttime, and we're going to see kites in here? Oh, fuck me. Okay, so we did go forward, alright. Certain amount of damage, he can trap them in there. Wow. That's what he did to Killua's eye. fuck. Could I take a body part that's crucial that you'll die? If I hit you in the chest where your heart is and I put that in there, you're essentially dead, no? If I hit you in your stomach, you kind of need that. If I hit your brain? Oh, fuck me, sideways. What's all this green shit on him? Why is he so small? Cannot use yet Nen, but he's still... So he's a Nenless reanimation. He's just a straight fodder attack soldier. He's a Nenless zombie. How effective can that be? I wonder. Against somebody that knows Nen. He's scared. And sad. This is what I wanted to see. How Gon's been like, we're gonna save him, he's alive, I know it. Is this alive? Don't do it. Don't do it. Fuck. And like, we don't know the extent of her powers, if he can be shaken out of that, if he can be restored. If he can be talked out of it, like, is this a Naruto reanimation where I just need to trigger a happy memory and your soul will leave, or... Oof. I don't think this is gonna go how Gon thinks this is going to go. He's always been able to, like, what he's trying to do, like, talk his way, affect his way, get people to have a change of heart, allow him to do whatever. I don't think it's gonna work. I think he's like this forever. Until he is released from this, or is... The animation is 10 out of 10 right now. Yeah, Gon always sees the brighter, sunnier side. I don't think there's going to be one of those. Also, Gon can't use Nen either. I forgot about that. But it doesn't matter. It's not like if you defeat him, he'll come back to life. Like, this is... There's nothing he can do. Like, this is Kite from now on. Either this or fully dead. Is he going to be the one to fully, like, put him down? Can he be put down? We don't know what it does or doesn't take to, like, stop this. Other than could you take his head off? Does that even matter? Can you just put it back together? Please don't power friendship me right now. Okay. What the fuck is that? Level 2. Because he doesn't have his Nen. When anyone touches him, clear this test. Oh, he's already put the fucking interest on his ass. Hmm. It's still a regular body. So the body can still be damaged then to a point that it's not going to. We're not reanimating like Naruto. If I cut your fucking lower half off, it's not gonna come back. You're not gonna snap your bones back in place. I don't think this man's going back to normal. Like, I love the optimism, the positivity, but I don't think it's gonna end that way. Rematch. Burr, 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 burr. Us. Hmm. Few weeks later. Okay. So one more day and his nen will be active. They're letting them in? Don't do it. What the fuck happened with all the squadron leaders out there murdering people in the streets? Hmm. Same thing with Knuckle. Regardless, I don't see how Gon competes with Homegirl at all. At all. Oh, they don't know he's dead. He's inviting everybody there. Fuck. That's not gonna go good. Do they see that? Why are they showing us that? Is that just to show us viewers, or like, can they see that on the screen? They shouldn't be able to see it on the screen because you know what didn't make sense was when Gon and Killua were in Heaven's Arena. How the fuck did a camera capture Hisoka's Nen strings? Y'all got Nen infused cameras or what? What's going on here? So she's straight up manipulating him. So she can manipulate him to talk, to speak, to act around. But even if you use Gyo, if the camera itself isn't capturing it, how can you sees something that wasn't captured. I don't know. Fluff it. Who knows? But again, what is Netero doing? He's in there like swimwear? No. They could have camera for the Nen-oriented higher level fights. Okay, I maybe agree with that. Yeah, it's whatever. Shit. 10 days from now. So he knows. How does he know? Or did we just fast forward to that time? Oh no, it's tonight. He needs to let that Nen go one time. There you go. Let that thing flow and stretch. Netero's out there killing it. Those ears are crazy. Oh, wow. Moral said, fuck it. I still don't believe you. But they think Killua is strong enough. Watch him like come out so fucking serious and one-shot this man. Oh, fuck. So basically, kill him or you're off the team. Okay, Muscular. He's gonna kill him. Gon's gonna be. He can still tap into that. Yeah. Show me something. You're gonna let him just punch a hole in your chest, or you gonna try to absorb this? Still takes too damn long. I don't know what to make of that like sudden boost of like, is that just because he's never experienced anger that much? But then you start to jump into it like, well, we can power up through emotion. Pito. UP. Pito, UP. Nice. Why's Palm in that shot? That's what I figured. Okay, so I called this a couple episodes ago. 10 days. I called that a couple episodes ago. It's going to be Knuckle and Shoot. Took on one of the guards. Nova and Moral would take another. Gon and Killua and maybe one other would take on the third. And then Netero would take on the king. Now, what is going to happen? So more resolve equals better Nen, because like we've seen, like I don't know how much of a power up like he really got from that. So then you kind of like think, is that something that can be multiplied in the moment? Let me brighten this up here for you guys. Because we did see him hit that kind of like, oh shit, there when. Yeah, electricity can stung it, but that's just like, yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that we still agree here that that punch isn't going to do anything. Can we all agree on that? Like, is that outlandish to say? I don't think it's going to do anything, you know? Can we agree on that point? Okay, cool. Because if we had just like seen Kite, gotten a little upset and angry, and really thought about it hard, and then all of a sudden could one shot or severely slow down or injure, I'd be like, all right, okay. Some are saying true. Yes, agree. Some are saying it would. Against moral? Yeah, against moral. Okay, I'm just making sure that an emotionally charged Gon running in there with a bunch of anger couldn't one-shot a Royal Guard. I might be able to. Message me on Twitter, Korea expert. Okay, cool. And then, and here's the thing, like, I think that would that shot have killed Moral? Because I don't even think it would have killed Moral, but, again, we don't know Moral's power level. They did show Moral getting his ass dotted up by that cheetah. So, yeah, okay. As long as we agree, as long as we all agree on that point, Moral could have eaten it. It's not going to do shit against a Royal Guard, and it was more kind of like a surprise thing. Then I'm cool and we can move forward. Let me type in the Twitter for this man real quick. Okay, yeah, it would have hurt him just the same way that like I feel like maybe Knuckle was taken by surprise the first time he saw it when he's like, punch me as hard as you can, I'm giving you a free shot. I don't think it would have been anything. Hold up here. Okay, so it is more powerful. We get it. That's good to go. Okay. I thought Gon, maybe he saw Kite, got emotional. He's been charging up all these emotions. Now all of a sudden he can one-shot these pro hunters, severely injure Royal Guards. I still think it's too slow. And that'll be interesting to see. I do get the combo of like the electricity could slow down the ants, which would give time, which would give Gon the time to maybe charge it up and hit, but so yeah, it looks like there's kind of like a big debate there. Yeah, I won't skip next episode's intro. I just don't know if I'll remember to put it on the screen when I react to it. Okay, good question. How I feel about each matchup. So we have we can scroll back to those real quick. Let me mute this because I don't need this getting a copyright strike. Oh, I have the desktop audio muted, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so we got UP. Okay, UP's playing them. Poof is taking on the two. So what are we even calling? Like, I don't even know what to really rank the two because are Knuckle and Shoot, are they hunters? Are they pro hunters as well? And Moral and Nove are also pro hunters. So like they're hunter apprentices. Like how are we distinguishing them? So Knuckle and Shoot. So all of them are hunters. Okay. But there's students of them. Students, why are they students of them is the question. What are they What are they? What power? What level are they to be somebody's instructors or teachers? Moral and Nova pro hunters are pro hunters, but are moral students. I'm guessing what makes them teachers, and why would you want to follow them? Yeah, I got your message. I'll message you right after I finish this up. Okay, so yeah. So you don't, if it's spoilery, don't worry about it. I'm trying to make, what is it that Moral and Nove do or are that makes them want to be followed and that makes them have students? Um, and then is it just because they're students doesn't mean they're weaker or stronger? Maybe they're more experienced, because you guys always tell me Nen battles, it's more about kind of the ability and kind of the back and forth. So either way, so what is it that they're teaching them? They're teaching them to become stronger, teaching them to become better hunters, because they're strong. And yeah, it could be because they're strong as well. So again, we can look at the matchups here. This matchup here, but here's the thing. Again, we know nothing about Yuppie. But given his character design, you would think he's something to do with like an enhancer, a power-ish. Oh, and I saw somebody comment they don't think Gon's rock paper scissors is stronger than Uvo's kind of punches. I agree with that. Because Uvo was a master level enhancer. I don't think Gon getting a little emotional trip would all of a sudden make his enhancer abilities stronger than what we saw with Uvo. And the way they displayed Uvo, just, I mean, given the build-up, you would think Pitou. I don't think anybody you guys put up against the Royal Guards has a win. Yeah, and Gon's gonna have, there's gonna be plot armored things and things like that that make Gon succeed or not die, XYZ. You know, it happens. But Uvo versus Pitou, they're built up for a reason. So I don't think any Zoldyck family member, any Phantom Troop member you give to say that versus one of the Royal Guards, it's like, I don't think any of them would be a competition. Now, if you gave me like an Uvo and Hisoka team up, or you gave me a Hisoka Chrollo team up, I would take a Uvo Hisoka, an Uvo Chrollo, a Hisoka Chrollo team up better than any of the teams that they've shown here. Maybe not Moral and Nove, because they've been built up as these supposed to be like top, but I don't know. Yeah, and I think Pitou's the strongest of them all as well. And I think it's made to be that way given who kind of Gon has his grudge with, you know? I think Pitou, she comes off as the strongest, and I think it's supposed to be that way given because that's our main character's antagonist. He wants revenge against her, you know? He took out one of our first pro hunters that we ever saw. So, but again, like, what is Yuppie? What is Poof? What are their abilities? Yuppie looks like he's going to be on more of like an enhancer level, just straight strong base power level. But all of them look like they're coming out with these like base enhancer levels. So it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, and that's another thing. All we need is Knuckle to just touch one of them to have a chance. But again, imagine what their bottom out, their bust level would be. I mean, it says that you can't damage each other until the baseline is paid back. I mean, I imagine they could pay back their debt rather quickly. So that'd be interesting to see. But of the matchups, one of you made a good point. They're not supposed to be fighting to the death. They're just supposed to lure them. I don't think our guys come out on top on any of these fights. Slash, I wouldn't be surprised if half of them die. Gon and Killua aren't going to die, but I wouldn't be surprised if Knuckle, Shoot, Moral, and Nove, 2 of the 4 die. So we've got that matchup. We've got the matchup. um, yeah, he's got to stay in range for the power to work and all that. We've got this matchup here. Now again, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Unless a serious time jump happens, Gon and Killua are never going to be strong enough to take this man out. Never. In the next 50 episodes. They're never going to be strong enough to take that man out. Now, again, what might happen story-wise, what ability might be unlocked, whatever, how he might get weakened some way, whatever might happen, they're never, to what I've seen on screen, how Hunter x Hunter has been written. Yeah, I thought the episode was good. I thought it was, yeah, I'd say it was live stream worthy. I thought it was solid. Just getting to see the matchups and then getting to find out what happened to Kite. Yeah, so we have, I think we have 111, 112, 116, 131, 135, and I think there's one more episode in there. I think it's like 126 or something like that. So again, just on paper, now there's anime plot armor, and that's in every anime. Happens all the time. I don't care how good the story is. I love Attack on Titan. I think it's some of the best written anime I've ever seen with my eyeballs. There's tons of plot armor for Eren and others in that. My favorite Tokyo Ghoul and that, Naruto, that, My Hero. There's plot armor all the time. So I would not be surprised. Yeah, I mean, we could crank out the rest of the series right now. I would not be surprised if Gon is the one to kill the king or whatever, or he's going to, whatever it is. But just from what I've seen, unless there's a huge time skip, I'm talking years, Gon and Killua are never going to be strong enough to take that man out by the two of them or by themselves. And I feel like you cannot have a time skip given what's going on, or the world will go to shit. It'll actually go to shit if you've got these squadron leaders roaming the planet, the royal guards are taking over the world, the king is just out there spreading. You don't have time for Gon and Killua to be taking years to master a technique or an ability that's going to take him out. So given all that I've just said, we cannot have a time skip or the world will end, in my opinion, if we skip forward in time. This week here that happened, the 10 days, fine. But if you're talking years, can't happen. The world will be on the brink of extinction. So we can't have a time skip. So given that, I don't think Gon and Killua will be strong enough to kill him. What plot armor or what writing gets written into the story, that's a different story. So, I don't know. But yeah, maybe Leorio comes out and he's this surgical Nen doctor and he can dot that man up. I don't know. But this fight right here, though, I feel like Netero with help could, but who his help would need to be, I don't know. But I'm not going to get in here into power levels and abilities, or like say the king's up here, Netero's down here. Maybe they're closer. Maybe they're not even worth putting on the same screen. But I feel like as far as a one-on-one, the anime is built up. The anime is built up that Netero is our best chance that we've seen. Netero has made the comment that he's not the strongest in Nen for the last like 20 years. Or whatever the statement is that he said. So will we get introduced to those hunters that currently have a better Nen capacity than Netero? And maybe they're the ones that do it. I don't know. You would think, though, how the story is going to go, it's going to be something involving Gon and Killua somehow. I don't know how they explain it. I don't know how it gets written. But it's got to focus around Gon, you would think. How that happens, though, I don't know. And I don't even know how to begin to speculate on it. Yeah, that's the thing. We've got to see all the abilities. I don't know everybody's abilities, what people can and can't do, what's like the ultimate trump card, all that kind of stuff, you know? Because we don't know who's doing what's a weakness, what's just kind of OP. But they've built up that Netero is the strongest that we have to offer. So he's going to be a good base level to tell us. But here's the thing, if you want to elevate the threat even more, have the king kill Netero. And then it's like, well, what the fuck do we do now? I don't know, you know? What do you do? So, we'll kind of see like that. If Netero dies in front of our eyes, like in front of our cast's eyes, all hope has got to be lost, right? Unless Ging's going to show up on a magic dragon with the other hunters that have a bigger Nen capacity than Netero, and something happens. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this arc goes because they're making it seem it's getting built up to like it's getting built up to almost like a Madara Uchiha level, like where the power of the enemy is getting so built up. How the hell do you stop them? I don't know. Of every matchup we've seen, oh shit, I accidentally X'd it out, but we don't need to open it back up. We've got Moral and No versus Poof. Knuckle and Shoot versus Yuppie, and Gon and Killua versus Pito. Now, unless they're just there for distraction purposes, they're not there to engage, they're not fighting to the death, I can see everybody surviving. But if we really have to hold them off, it would make sense that everybody should get killed easily. So, I don't know. On paper, now Netero said just lead them away so he can get the king one-on-one. They can maybe lead them away and come out with major injuries, but I feel like on paper they should die. All of them. Everybody. I feel like each Royal Guard should be able to handle their matchup. If the Royal Guards are on the level of what we've seen of Pito, you know? We haven't seen the full extent of anything I want to see from them as far as from power. I would like to see the Royal Guards be so powerful that it seems hopeless. But I feel like if they are so powerful it seems hopeless, that if and when they're defeated, it's going to have to be some damn good writing or it's not going to make sense, you know? So it's like, would you rather them be so powerful that Moral and Nove, Knuckle and Shoot, Gon and Killua can't even see them, touch them, scratch them? Do we want them to be written that strong? Because if you write them that strong, when you kill them or make them fall, it better be damn good storytelling and writing for when they do. So. But then it's like, also, do you want them to be weak enough to where it's like, oh, that was underwhelming, you know? If Moral and Nove kill Poof and Knuckle and Shoot badly injure Yuppie or almost kill or whatever, if we almost kind of win or do win, it's like, oh, that's all the Royal Guards were? That was a waste of build up in time. So it's like, do you want them to be so OP that it seems impossible, but possibly when they do get written off, it's shitty? Or do you want them to not be that strong, but then it's like, what was the point of building up like these 3 Royal Guards? It's kind of an interesting back and forth to see. Yeah, only one way to find out. Gotta keep watching. And the thing is, like, you also want to see Netero because he's been built up since the first couple episodes. But then it's like, is Netero just going to be used as a writing tool, a writing stepstone to show us how strong the king is? Is he just going to be used as like story fodder? Or does he actually is he in the ballpark of maybe he can slow him down? Maybe he could kill the king given if he was younger or whatever. But then it's like, if Netero almost stood a chance or could do it, then we have a chance and he's not that intimidating and strong. So you got these like writing balances. It's like, where do you go with the story? Netero's been built up like he's the head of the Hunter Association, like he's this, he's that. Even Moral and Nove are like, holy shit, that's his lucky t-shirt. He never wears that unless he's serious. His aura is amazing. and all this kind of stuff. That they've been building him up, building him up. Do you want him to get one-shotted so that it's like, holy shit, we can't beat the king? Netero was this folklore, that this mythical beast, like the Loch Ness monster that was built up. Like, he was the guy, and he was toyed with the entire time. Or do you want to be like, wow, Netero was one of the best. Like, the king was just too much, but Netero was strong. I don't know. Because it's like, if you make him one-shotted, it's like, we stand no chance. So the writing has to be good. That's all it comes down to. The story has to be good. Because I think it would benefit us to have the Royal Guard seem damn near unbeatable, and Netero maybe not even be in the same ballpark. But when you build them up, when you get to that like Madara Uchiha level, just know that like the good guys have to win, like every shonen anime, or the majority of them. So when you build up these impossible to beat Royal Guards or King, when they fall, it better make sense or be damn good. But like I said before I started this, even though it's not even 150 episodes, people have Hunter x Hunter as their favorite. Better than Naruto, better than One Piece, better than Dragon Ball, better than X, Y, and Z. So the story can't be that bad for it to be well regarded as like one of the best. 96 will be Wednesday. I know it's kind of far, but that'll be up Wednesday. But do y'all have any questions regarding the anime? You guys feel free to answer questions. You can ask questions regarding the episode we just watched, past episodes that maybe you had questions on that you didn't see me cover in other YouTube discussions, a comment that maybe I didn't see. Do you have any questions for future episodes of what my predictions might be on a certain person, fight, whatever? Y'all feel free. We'll go for like 10 minutes so you guys can freestyle questions regarding the episode, past episodes, future episodes, anything else anime related. Feel free to go for it. How do I feel about York New? York New was my favorite arc up until this point. The Chimera Ant arc has been good, but I need to see how it ends, and there hasn't been enough of it to make me feel that it was better than the York New City arc. Also because I feel like we've been bouncing around so much with the Chimera Ant arc. We've been like inside the NGL, but we've also been outside. That's been hard to tell. Oh, one of the questions I had was, what the hell happened to the cheetah and all the other squadron leaders that have been running around for a month? Like, did we corral their asses up? Or are they still out there hunting and killing? Like, what ended up happening with that? Did we handle that and just get skipped over, or? How's the writing? The writing's been good, but I mean, you don't anticipate an ass pull or plot armor until it happens, you know? Like right there, I'm glad that we all kind of agreed that like that rock paper scissors shot would not have killed Moral, and it wouldn't have taken out Yuppie, because if it had, or if that's the impression they left, I would have said that's kind of shitty writing. He just gets a little emotionally triggered, and now all of a sudden he's Royal Guard status. But the best OST, okay. Yeah, that was my question. I asked that question. Sam. Why was they had Palm animated really small down there in the she was in the Moral and Nove shot, right? Against Poof. Why was she in that shot? Is she going in with them? I mean, I've been saying this 10 episodes ago. They got to take everybody. Moral, Shoot, Nove, Knuckle, Gon, Killua, Palm, everybody. Yeah, so like I don't hate the Chimera Ant arc. It feels like it hasn't all been happening in one. We've kind of been all over the place. So we'll see. Yeah, and I gotta see, yeah, I'm gonna need more episodes to see that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We got to this point where like, oh shit, Gon's been emotionally triggered. he can all of a sudden amp up his power times 100. Because still, right now, on screen, the master level enhancer that we've seen is Uvo. And I don't think Gon can hold a candle to the level of enhancer that Uvo was to this day. Gon has shown me nothing that makes me think he could even compete or even spar with Uvo. So it's going to take me a lot to think that Gon's going to be ready to handle this by himself or be able to compete. Yeah, they did say that they were going to find somebody else to deal with the cheetah. So that'll be interesting to kind of see what happens with that. I just want to know, did they round these, or are they still just out there freely killing and eating as they go? Like that's like a national crisis if it's still going on. Yeah, I would say the group that they're taking in, Gon, is the weakest. They just kind of made it seem there with like the art, the way they drew Gon's face, like, oh shit, not only is he worthy of going in, he's the strongest of everybody here. Like Killua had to come calm that man down, or he would have killed everybody in the room. Okay, good. As long as we agree that Uvo is still light years ahead of Uvo is still one of my favorite characters. I'd say probably right behind Illumi. It's a tie between Chrollo and Uvo for sure. The ants are at their fucking shit up. Yikes. Alright, cool. Yeah. Yes, I'm sure like they're gonna round up the captains and all that. Um I'm almost positive that we're gonna lose a couple of these. Not Gon and Killua, I don't think they're Gon and Killua could die in this anime, but I don't think they're gonna die in the next couple episodes. When they encounter the guards and whatever, but I would not be surprised between Knuckle, Shoot, Mauve, and Norl, and maybe even Palm as well, if two of, or if not all of them die. So I'm trying to think, like, and this is still the preliminary force, from what I remember from the way back. They said, okay, we're going to send in this preliminary force. I wouldn't be surprised if half of the preliminary force dies, or if all of it, even Netero dies. So who's backup plan? Where's the cavalry? Who's the backup? You know, like what other options do we have if this initial force we sent in isn't enough or needs help? I don't know. Really, Bisky is stronger than Uvo. Hmm. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they made it seem like Uvo is the best enhancer we're going to see until Gon gets to that point, but well, yeah. I mean, of course, at the end of the day, I mean, it is Gon's story, you know. He's going to end up a stronger enhancer at the end of this than Uvo was. But I would say that right now, even where Gon is, he couldn't even spar with that man Uvo at full strength. So, yeah. Okay, as long as we can all agree on those things, for sure, that's good. Uvo's, yeah. And then now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder. I mean, you guys don't have the answer, because it might be spoilery. But what the hell is going to happen with Kurapika and Leorio? Like, do we just write Leorio out of the story at this point? He's not going to be a fighting factor in what's going on Chimera Ant wise, and I don't think Kurapika is either. So I don't know how you guys told me this arc goes on until like the 130s or so. Now, if Kurapika isn't brought back into the story, what the hell ends up happening with the Phantom Troop and him? does he defeat them in the last like 12 episodes, and that's how they get? That's just. I wonder what ends up happening with that storyline. I'm sure we'll find out. Like it just depends on how many loose strings are left. Because a lot of you, some of you told me, no, you don't. We'll find out. Yeah, you guys know that. I'm just. These are just rhetorical questions. I'm asking myself. I'm just trying to think how you cram all that in. But I've had some of you tell me like the anime leaves things kind of open ended, so there could be future story down the line, but it also ends it at the same time. So it just kind of depends, I guess, what kind of is left open to interpretation and what's kind of like put a bow and a ribbon on. So yeah, true. The manga's still going. Like, how far is the manga ahead of where the last episode of the anime left off? Is isn't even the manga only putting out like a chapter a month, or what's going on with that? Yeah, Gone is 12. Yeah, 50 chapters. Have they covered anything worth an anime adaptation worth, or is it just kind of more fluff stuff? Yeah, I don't see yeah, I don't see that really going anywhere manga wise. I mean, I'm not even plugged into the Hunter x Hunter wave like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if we never do end up getting more Hunter x Hunter anime, at least in our lifetime. And if it doesn't happen in our lifetime, it's probably never going to happen. You're talking tens of 20s of years. Damn. They're in the middle of an arc, yeah. I don't think we will. Hiatus, damn. Well, any more and I wonder like I could he give the writing over to somebody else? Kind of give him what he think how he would want the story to go in a certain direction and just kind of have him as an advisor and let the story continue, you know? He should let somebody else take over the writing in the anime adaptation. He should tell them the vision and let somebody else, let a studio or let another writer kind of take it over. And whenever there's kind of big points coming up, consult with him, you know, let him tell you how he wants the direction to go and just let it be written. Well, I mean, I guess it's been the anime and manga have been on such a hiatus. I guess he doesn't really care about public backlash because if he cared that it was taking too long to write and draw and wanted the story to continue, he would have done something about it by now, health wise or not. He would have handed it to somebody else because it was too much or have another studio help or whatever it may be. No, he can write it. And even with that though, like he can still advise, but like the man doesn't have to be boots on the ground with it. But it depends on like how he wants to handle the fan base. If he gives no fluffs about probably the tons and tons of hate tweets and mails and emails and whatever he gets about like why isn't the story back? When's the anime coming back? When are you gonna finish it? I'm sure that's been going on for years. Clearly the man doesn't care. So he'll take his sweet ass time. You might get one manga panel every 6 months. Yeah, time could be a year, could be 5 years, could be 50 years from now. We all could be in our 60s, 70s, and 80s, and you see that the new Hunter x Hunter anime is coming back around. Like people might have dying. There's like, and this isn't taken lightly. Like, knock on wood, it doesn't happen to anybody. But there's people out there with like sicknesses and stuff that like would like to see like the story continued before like it's too late. You know. I think. I mean, you guys already heard my piece on it. Like, he's main advisor. Like, the main stories and but like a lot of like fluff dialogue and things could be passed on to somebody else. Panels can be written and adapted by somebody else. It can still, even if he just sits, even if he doesn't even have to do any effort, just let him lay down on a couch, some like Book of Eli shit, and just let him recite the story and have somebody else there with a recorder, somebody else there writing by hand, and then they can take that and spit that out. And you just need him to speak and just go and just go. But that's just me. Yeah. So, as I'm saying, even if it takes him to write, but yeah, that's just me though. I haven't even finished the original story. Maybe I get to the end and I'm like, nah, I don't need any more Hunter x Hunter. Maybe I get to the end and I'm like, wow, hopefully we get some more of this in my lifetime. 10 chapters a year? Jesus. What do people usually get? Like 10 chapters a week in some other mangas? Yeah. 7 years from start to finish, not looking too promising. Yeah, see, like Black Symbiote said, I mean, there's a lot of sick anime fan. There's a lot of not sick anime fans. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of, but there's a lot of people out there that have things going on health wise that like even when Game of Thrones was on, people are like, man, I hope I live to see the end of the books being written or the end of the show. And unfortunately, some of that won't happen. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But do you guys have any more statements, questions, comments, concerns? We'll kind of wrap it up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes. We'll wrap it on up here in the next 10 minutes. Anything else? Anime related? Anybody have any news on My Hero or any Attack on Titan, any Dragon Ball stuff? I kind of try to stay away from the news because it ends up a lot of spoilerish. So I appreciate the 20 or so that have been rocking the whole time. Yeah, we can kind of keep it with the further episodes. So this is going to be uploaded to YouTube on Monday. This is going to be our Monday 12 p.m. upload. Then Wednesday we'll have episode 96. Patreon, we're on episode 20 for Code Geass on Tuesday. That's actually picking up. Code Geass is actually starting to get good. This time I used 9 anime for this one. We didn't have any stutter problems, so that was good. I think Twist Mo has definitely been the crispiest anime site I've used, but every time I use it in stream, it gets stuttery. It's not stuttery enough to like end a stream, but it'll mess up people syncing up their episodes. I don't know what Dr. Stone is. No good jerk. Yeah, Code Geass started out slow. I was like, wow, I don't know if I can watch 50 episodes of this. But I will say from about episode 12, 13, 15 up until where I'm at now, 20, it's been getting pretty damn good. It's been getting good. Master Anime? I don't know if Master Anime is still a thing. So Rang On. Are there animes you have been putting on Patreon polls or that you want to see, intend to have? Yeah, so when I finish because I don't want to add another anime in with Hunter x Hunter not Hunter x Hunter. My Hero Academia starting in what, 3-4 weeks? So we're gonna have Hunter x Hunter, Code Geass, and My Hero Academia all on the channel going at once. But as My Hero Academia ends, and I finish up Code Geass at the end of the year here, I think we're going to be finishing everything. Hunter x Hunter is going to end for me. My Hero is going to end by the end of the year, and I'll be done with Code Geass. I haven't heard any new Dragon Ball announcements. I haven't heard any Attack on Titan announcements. So we might start 2020 with no animes. I'm going to have exclusive things for Patreon as far as what we start. Demon Slayer has been blowing up my Twitter as the best thing since sliced bread. A lot of people want to see me react to Alchemist Brotherhood. Death Note has been requested as well, and I'm going to have votes on Patreon, and we'll kind of figure that as we go. Dang, see, a lot of people, Demon Slayer's been getting a lot of, like, you're either on it or you're not on it. Some people say it's the best thing since sliced bread. Other people are like, it's just a fucking laser fest style show. The writing and the story is ass. So, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to put up a vote, and you guys will be able to request Patreon. I'll have YouTube. YouTube will create the poll, but my Patreon members are going to vote on what we get to do. So, and yeah, see, like Demon Brotherhood, Parasite. Yeah, there's a lot. Akyu. Yeah, Full Metal. I would love to get into One Piece, but it's not something I'd be able to do. There's no way I could do it. I could watch it on my own time, and then maybe you guys could let me know what episodes you want to see me live react to, and we could just put those up. But I'm not going to react to 1,000 episodes of an anime and finish when I'm in my mid-40s. It's just not going to happen. I've never seen Death Note. Everything you've seen on the channel are the only animes I've watched. All of Dragon Ball from start to finish. Dragon Ball, Kai, Z, Super, Tokyo Ghoul, My Hero, Attack on Titan, Hunter x Hunter, and Inuyasha and stuff like that. But never seen Bleach, never seen Demon Slayer, no Hajime no Ippo, no Yu Yu Hakusho, no Full Metal, no Parasite, no Death Note. Yeah, Blind Waver finally catching up. But no, there were some soccer anime people wanted me to watch. I've never seen any of like the anime cooking competition ones. Never seen any of it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of anime I haven't seen. A lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Oh, it's a stream. One Pace is a streamline edit? Alright, good to know. Yeah, that's a. Unfortunately, Blind Wave only does dubbed, unfortunately. You miss some of that emotional Japanese voice acting when you get the dubbed. I was always in it, like huge, huge, huge Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. Like huge Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. And then Naruto started popping up on Toonami like it is for a lot. A lot of you are probably too young to even. Well, Toonami's back on Cartoon Network they have right now, but Toonami was off of TV for years. But Toonami started putting out Naruto, and you saw the Lee vs. Gaara. And then as you got older and you kind of, as the internet was kind of getting bigger and bigger and you had more computer access, and you kind of saw the weekly uploads come out. And then I got into Dragon Ball a lot. Yeah, people have requested the high stakes gambling one as well. And then I started doing Madden. I still play Madden, I just don't upload it anymore because it's hard to keep up with and do the anime. I started doing Madden uploads, and then I don't know what was the very first anime I started uploading. Was it Dragon Ball Super? Was that the first thing I started reacting to? I think it was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Toonami was the start for a lot of people. Toonami started it for a lot. So that was like middle school for me. But like even back then, anime wasn't. You didn't talk about that shit. You didn't talk about it like that back when I was in middle school. So you're talking like I was in middle school in 2004, 2005. I was in high school from 2006 to 2010. Anime didn't become like this kind of like this thing that it is right now until about a couple of years ago, honestly. Like anime, like now you watch anime and it's like it's expected, not expected, but like it's common. It's like, oh, you watch My Hero? Like My Hero's like really mainstream, like really up there's like, oh, you watch My Hero? Like, yeah, I watch it too. Like you could talk about that in high school, middle school, college. Like you could talk about that. Back in the day, if you talked about Naruto or you showed up with some Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit, that was like the weird kids, like off to the side type shit. Like you might have watched it, but you didn't like broadcast it. Now it's everybody watches something. But Naruto started a lot. Yeah, and that was the other thing. The only acceptable thing to talk about was Dragon Ball because like Dragon Ball was cool, you know? Like you could talk about that shit and it would be fine. When you brought up Naruto, people thought you were weird. I mean, people talk about it all the time now like, oh, that kid, he's got that Naruto run or like you know, you see people wear their headbands like on their backpacks or to school and stuff. Like people thought that was weird. Now, I mean, you've got girls from 18 to 30, they walk around with their Naruto headbands on college campuses and high schools and it's okay, you know? But it wasn't like that back in the day. Yeah, Dragon Ball was the only thing that was cool to talk about. You couldn't talk about anything else. Yeah. Yeah, Super had its ups and downs, but when Super had its ups, it fucking hit, that's for sure. Yeah, the Naruto dub is really bad, especially when you get into like the Akatsuki, Killer Bee, other Kages, the dubbed gets really bad. Yeah, the Chimera Ant's been pretty good. Then yeah, it was just hard to talk about that back then. I don't know what I started putting. I think because I when I started like really finding out anime was on YouTube was when Naruto started getting to the end. So when Naruto was around when the Great War was coming to an end, um, is when I really started getting into like the YouTube anime because you wanted to find out information about it. Yeah, believe it. And I think the first thing I started with Dragon Ball Super. I started with the very, very first episode of Dragon Ball Super on the channel. Some of them have been copyrighted and taken down, so I might be missing a couple here, but we did every single, all 120, whatever it was, we did all of them. But I used to watch Inuyasha and Naruto and Dragon Ball growing up on Toonami at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, see, he thinks Super is better than Z. And then we took that, and then I don't know what did we end up starting after that? Did we do Attack on Titan next, and then we did My Hero? Now we're here at Hunter x Hunter. So, but like it wasn't like I didn't dive into the anime stuff like I am now until now. No, I didn't really. I never caught Detective Conan because I used to have always so much going on sports wise and stuff that I didn't. I would watch the anime when it came on at like 1 in the morning, and then I would just keep it moving, keep it moving. I've never done the manga thing, and probably never will. So, you know. But now the anime, even but as big as something gets, the more toxic it gets. So as great as the anime community is now, and not for me because I've told you guys this all the time, I don't make any money from YouTube. I make maybe $200 to $400 a year. A year. There's reaction channels out there that I don't. I mean, I'm not throwing shade at people, but there's some reactors. I don't watch everybody. I don't watch any reactors, but maybe like one or two. But I'll skim through some because I'll see them in my recommended videos, and like some of the overreacting and like crazy thumbnail shots but like some of those people they're making $500 to $1,000 a video. Um, but like I don't make any money off of it. I just I just like the discussion and the back and forth. But there's people out there making hundreds to thousands a video. They've got Patreon channels that are donating them thousands a month just off the anime. So like as great as anime is for a lot of people, yeah, I think Semblance of Sanity, Blind Wave, and there's like one other channel I watch, but I only watch them for like Hype episodes because I want to see how it goes, but it gets like, I can't keep up with that shit. Oh yeah, Uzumaki Khan, that was my dude. But he doesn't upload anything I watch now. I don't watch One Piece, and he doesn't upload anything else once the Naruto stopped. But people seem to like the over the top, like, oh my god, thumbnail shots, and that's just like not what I do around these parts. But as great as the anime is, there's some reaction channels that are making a living off of anime and reactions. And as great as that's been, you got hundreds of anime reaction channels that are out there making a living, making 4, 5, 6 figures a year off of uploading reactions. And then it's crazy on Twitter. Like anime is a normal thing. It's very cool, but as big as it's got, it is so toxic out there. It's so toxic out there. Spherical Films. I'll have to check it out. Isn't Super Mecha Frieza? Isn't that a chick? Yeah, Semblance of Sanity is good. I like to check out their discussions, their reactions, things. Yeah, hopefully one day we'll blow up, we'll pop. It only takes one anime to really like flip the script on things. No, I mean like as big as popular, when things get popular, things also get toxic. So I mean, you go in some of these other big channels, their comment sections, or you see people arguing things on Twitter is like anime characters and who's the favorites and power scaling and who could beat who, and then you talk about like, well, this anime character could beat another anime character from that, and then people that just shit on it, and it's just a lot. And now it went from like you didn't talk about anime because people thought it was weird. Now it just turns into these just rage scream battles of toxicity and comparing characters and who could beat who, and it just gets real bad. But that's because that's how big like everything has gotten. Yeah, we could blow up here. I mean, that'd be great. I mean, doing YouTube full time would be great. I mean, I do it I do it 5 days a week now. And like I said, I make a couple $100s a year if I'm lucky. I think the most we've made is like $200 a year. But comment sections it's just a toxic wasteland. But that's what the territory is. Big and popular things get, it catches more kind of like scrutiny and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Naruto and Bleach fights, and then people, when My Hero Academia was really hitting stride, people were like, oh, it's not that good, it is good. People fight about animes in different anime comment sections, so. Yeah, we're definitely going to get to the Death Note and the Full Metal and all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah. Alright, so I'll make sure not to click on that channel so we don't get spoilers from thumbnails and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I'd watch sports animes if people wanted to see that. You know, we'd dive in there. For sure. But yeah, the anime, but that's just reaction. Reaction landscape is wild. Oh, Chibi Sphere, the $300 donation we got last stream last Friday, it was fake. He donated it, but I don't know if he stole a credit card or it was a kid using his dad's credit card or whatever it was, but it was fake. He actually did, he sent $300, but 2 days later PayPal sent me an email saying I had a fraud alert claimed against me for a donation that was given and all this kind of stuff. So was it a guy, was it somebody that was using a credit card? Like they stole somebody's credit card? Was it a kid using a parent's credit card? I have no idea. They wanted to charge me for the $300. I was like, whoa, take it easy. Yeah, I didn't believe it at first when he kept spamming it in the channel. He's like, check your PayPal, check your PayPal, check your PayPal. And I checked it. I was like, holy shit, he actually sent it. And then I think that Monday morning I woke up and I had like 5 emails from PayPal. Like, hey, we're investigating money that was sent to you. Hey, the money that was sent to you looks like it might be fake. There's a fraud account. Hey, we have a chargeback coming your way. Hey, we need you to cover the $300. Like, whoa, take it easy. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That was kind of dope to see, but yeah, I'd never seen the name in chat before, and when I looked up the name in the PayPal receipt, it wasn't a name I looked that I had seen before in my YouTube comments or anything, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, hopefully the reaction community is good and bad at the same time, because you got people that fake reactions, and you have people that double react to things. They'll watch things and then come back and watch them again with the reactions, but it has its good and its bad. People are making 6 figures, 7 figures a year off of reaction channels to animes and other things. And there's, just like with anything else, just like with any other entertainment, there's great musicians, great athletes, and then there's shitty ones and crazy things, and you know, it just is what it is. You'll see some people up at the top and you're like, wow, like they're great, and you'll see some other people at the top, you're like, how the hell? And then you'll see other people that are down at the bottom, you're like, okay, I understand. And then you're other people at the bottom, you're like, I don't know how you haven't blown up. But it's just like with anything. Actors, movies, music, you know, and that's how it goes. But any other questions? Do we want to go ahead and wrap this thing on up here? Or are we going to go ahead and sign on out? Give you guys a couple minutes. Yeah, that's another thing. And you might have to hit something that you don't even want to watch, or you might have to try to collab with somebody that you don't really agree with or want to collab with. Like, you might have to, if you want to take that next step, you might have to do things that maybe you don't want to or believe in. It just depends kind of where you're at. I appreciate you stopping by, Silverblood MVP. Get some sleep there. Yeah, I'm not going to name any names. But there are some wild things I see pop up in my recommendations, and I'll see some like hype episodes. Like, I just watched episode, I forget what the hype episode was. Was it 91 or whatever, when Kite gets his arm cut off, or the king is out there decapitating everybody. I got a bunch of recommended channels on my YouTube homepage. I'm like, oh, I want to see how people react to this. I'm like, what the am I watching? The overreactions are insane, but the overreactions have the most views, the most subscribers, and the most likes. So what does that really mean, you know? I used to watch a lot of Hida 22 when Dragon Ball Super was out, because me and their channels like started picking up at the same time, and they just took the fuck off. They used to have less subscribers than me, and then I clicked on their things a couple months back. They're killing it out there. And we started like the same time with Dragon Ball. We were getting like the highest views for Dragon Ball Super. And then I think I stopped looking at their channel for a while, came back a couple months later, and that shit was exploding, booming out the seams. Yeah, and then you got to get into the clickbait game. Do you want to put arrows and saying like best reaction ever? Like, do you want to go down that route? And you can, and maybe that's what it's going to take to get that next step. So we'll see. Yeah, and then that's another thing. It's like, do you want to go with shorter reactions and just do the highlights, but then it takes more editing time to do all that, and then you've got to like deal with copyright things because you have audio and you have visual. But a lot of people, I know people that kind of do like watching the like 10-minute videos that have like only 10 minutes worth of the video, but they have audio and visual, but you won't get a full episode. But then you gotta really chop that shit up. But then you deal with a lot of copyright stuff that way, for sure. Yeah, and there's other like, I don't catch everything, and you guys explain things to me. I'll go watch other reactions, and I'm like, how did you not know that? You know, like, I have to talk and look at the same time, and there's 5 of y'all in a room, and you didn't catch that? I don't know. Yeah, editing's a real bitch doing that, especially when you're solo dolo. Now, maybe if I didn't have like a business, it's not that I just have a job. I have a full um, business that I own and run. And to sit there and take because like right now with my new laptop that spits out shit so fast, I can watch, render, takes 10 minutes, upload 10 minutes. So for me to watch an episode takes 30 minutes, render, boom, 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 it's up in 50 minutes completed, ready for you guys to go. To sit down and chop that up and to make sure everything's audio and visual and to not get copyrighted, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, and then a lot of people are just out there for the views. Like, if Hunter x Hunter's hot or My Hero's hot, you know, you watch it, you upload it. You don't really need to understand what's going on. People are just clicking for the hype episodes anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I like Blind Wave though. They're one of the only ones. Them and Semblance of Sanity are like the only ones I watch like on a regular basis. The dubs are tough to watch, but yeah, Semblance of Sanity. But see, I still sometimes like I don't watch all the things that they upload though. Like Semblance of Sanity, I only watch their Attack on Titan and My Hero stuff. I've never watched any of their Hunter x Hunter videos just because it seems like a lot to get into. Yeah. Yeah, and like, cause I know some channels they upload a lot of stuff. I just don't end up catching all of it, you know, because it's a lot to keep up with. And I don't know what I mean, but a lot of them are like reacting full time, so they can watch 5, 6 different animes at a time, chop and edit it up. Shit, if I was getting a couple thousand a month too, I'd have the time to do all that too. Yeah, but people have their preferences of reactors. A lot of people don't enjoy the reactions that I put up. People might have some people might think other reactors overreact, and there's some people that think that those reactors are their favorite. There might be people that underreact and people think they're boring and don't talk, but other people think that's their favorite. So just personal preference. Yeah, and and like when you're reacting to 20 things at once, like it's hard to like remember names and techniques and get things confused with other animes and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I think when it comes down to it, people go for overhype things or they go for people that catch every analytical detail of the reactions. And then people like the funny too as well. But I feel like it's hard to be funny and pay attention. Like you could make funny comments, but like I see people like throwing water in their face as they're watching shit and like running around their room like half naked and shit being put. I'm like, how are you? I'm like, what's going on? I don't understand. Yeah, and then people shit on me when I don't remember names. I'm like, hey, I'm juggling 5 different shows right now. I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, so it's a lot, and it's just a lot. It depends on what hits. So maybe one day we'll be full time anime. I'll have my own personal editor, and you guys will get crisp HD audio and visual. And I get messages probably twice, 3 times a day. Hey, you don't have audio in your video. Hey, you don't have visuals in your video. Um, the normies. Like, hey, you have no audio. Hey, you have no visual. I'm not gonna bring up any names. The blank blank channel I watch, they put all the audio and all the visuals in theirs. Dislike. Hey, how come you don't have audio here? The channel I watched last night, they had it in theirs. And you know, some people get the luck of the draw with the copyright strikes. I've had my channel taken down for 3 months for the way I upload mine now. No video, no audio. And I've gotten copyright and had my shit taken down. Some people can get away with it, some people can't. I've never had a real problem with Game of Thrones. I know some people that can't put a single Game of Thrones episode up, so yeah, some channels just put a straight up timer. Like Uzumaki Khan, that man says get your fucking play buttons ready and press play, and you're just getting a timer. I don't blame him. I wouldn't take the chance either. I barely take the chance now. Yeah, I feel like with a timer, it's hard to grow. unless you're really hitting like a specific like niche or need. Especially if you started out one way and then tried to go to the timer route. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like, this is all we can get away with and still make it. YouTube is crazy. It's crazy out there. And even when you have shows that like HBO, they allow 10 minutes of content. You can put audio and visual. AMC for Walking Dead and other shows, you can put 10 minutes and YouTube will still copyright your shit, even though they allow it. So it's a crazy copyright game out there. Crazy, crazy. But any other last minute questions here? I think we'll go ahead and end this thing. Here. I appreciate you guys that were able to come out. We still got 15 or so rocking with us. Let me say what's up to the last couple commenters here. Black Symbiote, who's been here from the beginning. Chibi Spheres, Matthew, Single Female. Is it Sam or Samp? King Field. Yeah, you've got people that just put the whole fucking thing up and don't care. And they've got crazy subscribers and crazy views, and they put the HD quality visual and Dolby 3D 1080p surround sound in their videos. And they're hanging out. No strikes, no warnings, no nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. I tell you right now, if I even put 5 minutes up at the beginning of a Hunter x Hunter episode, you guys will come back to my channel on Monday, and the channel will be taken down. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's crazy. It's a crazy world out there. But I appreciate you all that came through. The next upload we do, the next live watch party we do like this is going to be episode 111, which will be, let me see if I can get a date from you guys. So 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, it's going to be a month from now. It's going to be late October, the last week in October. Like October 25th or 26th. So it's going to be a while, but those are the ones you guys wanted to see. But yeah, it's a long wait. So I'm guessing if it's that long of a wait, there couldn't be anything in there in between. And it's not like we're going to have reactions on the channel. We're going to have episode 96 up and 97 up next week. We just won't have any Twitch reactions until late October. And that's going to be on a Saturday. So some of our European viewers can, you know. Yeah, and maybe that's another thing. Maybe their channels are just so big enough they're bringing in ad revenue that YouTube wants that money, so they're not going to copyright them. It's a lot. It's a lot. Appreciate it, Single Female. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, so it's a lot, but episode 111 will be the next time we do this. But I'll be back on YouTube. This is the video that's going up Monday. Wednesday's video will be 96. Friday will be 97. And we'll also have Code Geass, I think, episode 8 and 9 on the channel, and then 20 and 21 on Patreon. But we'll go ahead and end that here. Appreciate y'all that came through. The last ones: Chibi Sphere, Matthew, Sam, Black, Symbiote, Single Female, King Field, Untrained, Ninja. Appreciate y'all that came and hung out, and we're going to go ahead and end this here. And then everybody in YouTube land, if you stayed along for this hour and 50-minute video, appreciate y'all as well. And yeah, so like, share, favorite, subscribe, everybody in Twitch land. And as always,